Alright, so alright. Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahawah Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And Shalom to the rest of the elect out there. The brother referred to a scripture in Romans chapter hold on, 1. Yup, the first chapter. And it fits it. I'm gonna start off verse 18 actually. For the wrath of power Yahawah, and this is why too. For the wrath of power Yahawah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Verse 19, because that which may be known of power Yahawah is manifest in them, for power Yahawah had showed it to them. Verse 20, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Verse 21, because when they knew not power Yahawah, they glorified him not as power, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their abominations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And the types that that are advocating for this, what are they considered? The wise in this world, right? You know, the so-called wise, right? The scientists, the professors, you know, people like them, man. You know, these college educated people, man. They're the ones that are actually pushing this shit like that, you know. This transformer Baphomet agenda, man. You know, because when you look at Baphomet, that's basically Baphomet is a tranny. It's androgynous. Baphomet is androgynous. And that's what they're pushing. And it also goes into the changing the truth of the lie. Truth of power Yahawah into a lie. Yeah, you got this statue, you got this statue, and you got gold of Mendes. You know, and shows similarities between Baphomet and Uncle Sam, and where they actually get Uncle Sam from. They get it from Baphomet. You know, so these devils been about that shit. Now, you know, now they're pushing that shit, like that. They're pushing that image to basically get you tribes to conform to it. But ain't nothing new under the sun, man. They was pushing this wickedness back then, you know. It's just they just wasn't able to push it to the fullest extent. But let me continue with these scriptures. Yeah, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. These same, these, of course, Esau, especially these so-called liberal Edomites, especially them pushing that shit. But hey, make no mistake, both parties are on board with this shit. Just one pretends to be against it. Both parties are down with the agenda of the elites, and this is one of them. Their agenda. This is a part of their agenda. Basically eliminating gender, like, as a thing that's known about, basically. Verse 23, and change the glory, like I shown in that meme. You're gonna have dudes, a lot of dudes that fall for this bullshit, get with a transformer, cause they think that that's actually a woman, and they're gonna wonder why it's not getting pregnant. They're gonna wonder why he's not getting pregnant, because they think he's a she. That goes into this as well. Verse 22, those are the types that call themselves more educated and call us ignorant. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. That's something a fool would do. Of course, that broad can't get pregnant, because that's not a broad. That's a dude. It's a man. It's a man. It's a man. That ain't no woman. It's a man. Off of Austin Powers. That ain't no woman. That's a man. But the elites are programming, conditioning the people to basically eventually not know the difference. To not know the difference between a man and a woman. Because basically they want them to believe that gender does not, it don't exist. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Eventually you'll be deemed to have a mental illness. You'll be said, they'll say you have a mental illness if you believe that it's two genders and shit. Or eventually with them, you believe that there's genders at all, man. Ain't no genders. We're just people, man. Type shit, man. But yeah, they're already trying to say that that's what they call cisgenderism is a mental illness. They're already trying to say that. Again, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Also, these devils is turning things upside down, and these 2/3 is following. Let me get that. And then it goes right along. How a turning of things upside down, right? Turning of things upside down. This is what they do. Let me get it. Turning of things upside down. KJV. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? What? Ain't no two genders. What? Yeah, they're saying shit like that. They're implying that or shall the thing framed